WMBF News today at 7:30.
And we welcome you back here at 7:30. I'm Eric Richards, and turning now to Matt Bullock, going to get straight to the forecast here as rain continues to move into our area.
Yeah, we are first alerting you to a wet and stormy Saturday. Now our area remains in a level 2 risk for severe weather as we have 2 rounds of rain. First round, warm front coming in this morning, no severe weather there, but as we get into the afternoon, a cold front will bring scattered showers and storms, which 1 or 2 of them may be on the strong side. Looking at our first alert radar, widespread rain. We're starting to see the pockets of heavier downpours starting to enter our area into Williamsburg County and Florence County. And we're going to continue to see those pockets of heavy downpours 8, 9, 10 o'clock. But once we get into about lunchtime, the bulk of the rain clears out north. We will have some showers and storms lingering, but as we get into late afternoon, early evening, here comes a cold front. And this will bring a chance for a severe storm or 2 with these isolated storm cells. It just depends if we get enough sunshine. That will increase the threat for severe weather. However, if the cloudy skies will continue to stick around a little bit longer, this will lower the severe threat. But look at your 12-hour planner. The bulk of the rain coming in the morning, but we are going to see those isolated severe storms possible as we head into the afternoon.
And with those storms rolling in, now is the perfect time to make sure that you're prepared. Take out your phone and scan the QR code on your screen with your phone's camera to download the free First Alert Weather app. We'll keep you in the know with live radar and hour-to-hour forecast right in the palm of your hand. So far this year, there have been 35 stop arm violation citations issued in Horry County, which costs well over $1,000 apiece. The Highway Patrol is aiming to get that number down to 0 through education and enforcement with the help of added technology on school buses. The wheels on the bus have gone round and round thousands of times this school year, with luckily no deadly crashes involving vehicles going around school bus stop arms.
Anticipate that it's going to have to stop to load or unload. Be prepared. Don't pass the bus. So if I was crossing the street from there, she would give me the hand signal. When it's safe, she would motion me across.
Sergeant Matt Southern, South Carolina Highway Patrol, is the only officer assigned at the state level to track everything connected to school bus transportation.
I help to oversee every stop arm violation that comes in from the state. I help to oversee all collisions involving school buses.
Southern says for decades his department has been committed to school bus safety.
Riding on a school bus to school, you're 70 times more likely to get to school safer riding on a school bus.
Which is why the state has partnered with Horry County Schools for a pilot surveillance program. It involves installing more cameras on the left side of the bus, which is where drivers are more likely to drive past a stop arm.
We wish we didn't have to install these cameras on the buses. We wish that every motorist that saw a school bus did what they were supposed to do and stopped according to the law.
The cameras capture the license plate, make and model of the vehicle, and sometimes a good look at the person behind the wheel. On the bus driver's end, there's a log sheet that they fill out when a violation occurs, which ends up on Southern's desk.
Per state law, we can go and write a citation to someone if they're captured on video passing a stopped school bus. These cameras that are on the bus do allow us to see a license plate. It does allow us to see sometimes who's driving the vehicle, and it gives us, evidence that we can use in a court of law. You don't want to be captured on this video.
Here's how the law works. If you're on a 2-lane road and you're behind a bus or approaching one, you must stop when the yellow and red lights are flashing. That is the same if you're on a 2-lane road with a center lane or median. But if you're on a multi-lane road or one with or without a center median, drivers going the same direction of the bus must stop. The other drivers on the other side can continue to drive safely because the students wouldn't cross over a busy highway after getting off a bus. Horry County Schools has a fleet of 426 buses and is the second largest district in the state, which is just one of the reasons why the district is partnering with the Highway Patrol for this safety campaign.
Our overall number, and that's a breakdown of about 53, I think, state buses, and then the rest of them are made up of our county and activity buses that we own. So, yeah, we have a very large fleet.
Ben Prince is the executive director of transportation for Horry County Schools and says that student safety is the top priority of district staff, especially bus drivers. The district is fortunate that there hasn't been any deaths because of drivers not stopping for a school bus.
We don't want any. We want it to be a situation where people understand and know what the law is as far as interacting with a bus.
This Socastee mother tells me in Spanish that her elementary school-age daughter rides the bus to and from school each day. She's noticed drivers obey the law and stop behind the bus, but for those who don't follow the law, Southern says there's a huge fine.
And the fine is hefty. It's $1,062.50, 6 points against your driver's license. And it's that hefty because we're talking about keeping people safe.
Which is halfway to a full suspension of your driver's license. So remember, it takes just seconds for students to get on and off a bus, less time than it takes at a red light. And while we were out there in the Socastee area, we didn't see any drivers drive past a stop arm, but school bus drivers say that it happens every day. And it's not just Highway Patrol troopers who are enforcing the law. Police departments and sheriff's offices across our area are on top of it as well. Eric Richards, WMBF News. Hey, don't pay attention to this. We're checking our top stories now, though. And some South Carolinians are now permitted to legally carry guns openly without a permit or training. State House reporter Mary Green has details on what you need to know before you strap up.
This signature from Governor Henry McMaster, behind closed doors without press invited in, now makes South Carolina the 29th state to enact permitless carry. The new law means adults 18 and older who can legally possess guns can now openly carry them without a permit or training. Guns are still banned in the same places they were before, like schools and courthouses, and people who want to can still obtain a concealed weapons permit, with this new law lowering the eligible age for a CWP from 21 to 18.
I've been very adamant that these are our Second Amendment rights under our Constitution, and that anything government's done is taking that away from us. So I think this is a step where government's getting out of the way.
The legislation got through despite objections from police chiefs from around the state who were concerned about officers arriving on chaotic scenes where multiple people are armed.
Without having need of a permit, we also don't know that they have legally obtained this firearm. It just puts them at a tremendous disadvantage.
The new law does tack on a top request from law enforcement and the governor: increased penalties for people who illegally carry, like felons who have guns despite being legally barred from doing so. It also enacts tougher penalties for people who don't have a permit and are caught carrying where it's prohibited.
Even though training is not required, it is really encouraged in this, and I think there are going to be a lot of folks who would say at first, I'm not going to get the training, I'm not going to go through the permit process. When they look at the potential consequences of not doing it, I think they'll do it.
But gun safety advocates say this new law will only make South Carolina more dangerous.
I think it means our gun deaths will go up. We currently have the 6th highest rate of gun injury in the country and the 10th highest rate of gun deaths in the country. And this will only go up. It will make law enforcement's job more difficult.
This new law also requires that free optional training be offered at least twice a month in every county, a cost that taxpayer dollars will cover. Reporting from the State House, I'm Mary Green.
We thank Mary for that. Before we go, we'd like to remind you that you got to set your clock ahead 1 hour for spring forward, daylight savings time. We're not saving anything though, Matt Bullock.
Nope, I'm losing that extra hour of sleep, so tomorrow I'm going to be even more tired. But as we look at the storm timeline, warm front bring widespread showers this morning, heavy downpours from time to time. That cold front moving in this evening bring that isolated severe weather threat. But after that, leaving us with a sunny, mild Sunday, temperatures mid-60s. We'll continue to see warmer temperatures ahead as we'll see sunshine and temperatures return to the 70s for next week.
All right, updates on this forecast throughout the day right here on WMBF and our free WMBF News app. I'm Eric Richards for Matt Bullock. Have a great Saturday.